Guten Tag, this is Traveling Mike, and today we're in a little cemetery, Live Oak Cemetery out in the country, and it's a pretty small cemetery, as you can probably see. And I have a couple of requests for photos out here, and we're going to just check and see if there's anything interesting, headstone markers, and anything else interesting out here we can find. Over here's the older section of the cemetery, so let's go check it out first. I think the two markers we're looking for that are to photograph are newer ones, so they might probably be in a different section over here. But let's see what we can find over here. There's a Freemason headstone. Here's one here that has the gates of heaven that are open and the book of life on top. And I bet you know this one's gotta be a woodman of the world. Yep, it sure is. Here's some little interesting headstones. They're really unreadable, but little footstones. And here's some of the older markers too. Got that little urns on top. This one has the hands shaking goodbye. Here's a row of older headstones, and these have the hand with the finger pointing towards heaven. Let's see all three of those. Got a little infant one with the lamb. There's quite a few of these older headstones here that are just has a head and a foot, and they're really difficult to read, but they've got quite a few of them in here. You can see them. Pretty interesting. Here's a couple more with the hands shaking goodbye. That one's a pretty common one. You find a lot of them in the late 1800s. Little ones. This one, if you can see it real close, it's got a hand plucking a flower bud, which means it was a child who was taken early in life. And I believe this is the same thing. They're really difficult to read. Here's one. See if you can see it. It's got the gates of heaven open, and you got the hand pointing to the star, which represents Christ. And here's one here that has the headstone placed at an angle. It's got a cross on top. You don't find a lot of them placed on a 45-degree angle like that. Here's a headstone, has a Bible, and I guess she was a member of the Eastern Star Masons. Little obelisk one here. Got looks like a rose on the bottom. Let's see what's over here. And another one with the gates of heaven open. And this one has a dove at the top for peace. And you've also got the star at the very top as well. Here's an interesting headstone. Has the gates of heaven that's open. Looks like it's for a husband, and has the hand pointing up to Christ at the top, but it has on it, it says "Meet you there." So they're going to see him in the future. That's pretty cool. Haven't seen one like that. Look, here's a little small one. I haven't seen a small one like that with the gates of heaven open. This one has a pretty large headstone here with the cross and the crown, which stands for God's sovereignty, and it has a circle, which means perfection and eternity. I think that's a lot of the older section. I think we'll wander over here to the newer section and see if I can find these two graves we're looking for, and see if there's anything interesting out this way too. Here's a headstone, has a butterfly on it. Butterfly stands for rebirth. It's on the newer headstones, so we'll see what's on these newer ones as well. Here's an interesting one here. I have no idea what's going on. It has a tiger on it, and then looks like Indian feathers and things, so it's not exactly sure what's going on with that. I think over here is one we're looking for. I have a request for a Joy Brandenburg, born in 1933 and died in 2022, and I think this one's it right here. Yes. So I'll go ahead and take a photo of this one and send it to the family. There's an interesting colorized headstone, which is pretty. Here's one with a newer one, but it has the oak leaves on it and also the acorn. The oak leaves stand for strength, and the acorn stands for rebirth. Here's one for a little infant, just 3 years old, and it has a little picture on there. Here's a newer headstone, which also has a lot of the older inscriptions on it, or pictures. It has the hand of God reaching down to take their souls, and it has also the roses, which mean eternal love. Here's some of the newer ones that have their actual photos etched into it, which are always pretty interesting. Don't have to worry about them being chiseled off by vandals, but those are all pretty good. And you have one here with actually has a good photo of them on it. Here's an interesting headstone. It's shaped as an arrowhead. And then just has broken pieces of marble down here, granite. That's pretty interesting. Here's another headstone that's placed in at an angle, 45-degree angle. Here's an interesting one that has, of course, Jesus praying in the Garden of Gethsemane, and you can see the disciples sleeping in the back, and then it's surrounded by, on the angle here, with thorns for a thorny crown, and then on the bottom you can see them. It's got a lot of grapes, and the grapes stand for the blood of Jesus. Well, I found one of the headstones out here to take a picture, but the other one seems to be eluding me. I'm going to give it one more quick going over it, see if we can find it, but if not, we're just going to need a little more information on it, I think. So, but let's go see if I have one more chance to finding it. I'm not sure what happened in 1965, but there's 4 graves along the back of the cemetery here that say unknown Mexican 1965. So something must have happened out here, but it's just right out here along the edge of the cemetery. Well, something apparently happened here. I don't know what's going on here either, but the angel's head got replaced with a little cherub. Kind of odd. Here's an interesting headstone with a bench. Somebody apparently has a sense of humor. Well, I think that's going to do it out here in Live Oak Cemetery. Found one of the two, so 50-50 on finding headstones that need pictures. But we found some interesting headstones, some unusual ones, some funny ones, some crazy ones. So join me next time, and we'll see where we'll be at a cemetery near you.